And let me ask you this. I wanted to ask you. So everyone's speculating on a timeline here. Don't the Steelers need an answer sooner rather than later? And how long are they willing to wait on this?
It can't be much longer. I mean, I would imagine by the end of the week at longest. I mean, you can't continue to go on because what if another team like Minnesota does come in and say, okay, we want somebody for J.J. McCarthy, and Russell Wilson says, okay, I'll go there. Then all of a sudden Aaron Rodgers goes to the Giants, and then what are you left with? You're left with absolutely nothing. So you
Joe
can't
Flacco.
let him. Yeah, I mean, would Flacco even come here is the question. It would be more like Jameis Winston or something like to that.
That's fine.
So you can't, unless I would assume for them waiting even this long for an answer that they got a pretty good idea of what his answer is going to be. But until they hear it from his mouth and he signs on the dotted line, you can't assume that. So.
All right, let's get to a couple of
You got to be careful, man. Before you know it, Van Jefferson's going to be your wide receiver.
No, he signed today.
You know what I'm saying?
I think it should be a Mariota, Cordero Patterson-based offense for Artie Smith. I think he would enjoy that. Yeah. Some quick answers here because we're at the top of the hour.
All right.
Kenneth Gainwell, longest touch of his career is like 30 yards. He seems to be a Jaylen Warren repeat. They have to get another running back, don't they?
I'm really starting to feel that they might be inching towards a first-round running back. I mean, I never thought
No.
I would never thought that would be the case. But with Jaylen Warren, a one-year deal, I don't know what Gainwell get. Did he get a year or two? I think he did get a year or two. It almost screams out to me that they're might be interested in a running back. I mean, it all depends on how the rest of free agency and how the draft breaks. But, man, I think that has to be in the conversation right now.
How do you look back on the Najee draft pick? What grade would you give it?
B-. If you're picked, what was he, 20th or something like that overall?
Yeah.
I mean, you would like to have more production than 57 yards per game and a 37-yard long run. I mean, he didn't fumble. He was always available. But that's what you get with those running backs, man. I mean, if you're going to draft one in the first round, you're either going to get 4 years out of him and move on, or you're going to be a guy that's like Barkley, who's a star. And I mean, hindsight's 2020. You probably shouldn't have drafted a running back in the first round. Even so, I say that they might not learn their lesson right now. But I mean, maybe a B. I mean, nothing we thought we were going to get from him when he came out of Alabama.